Hi guys, are you ready for Wednesday? It's hump day. We're halfway through the week. Are you ready? I need you to get your English language arts book for me out, and let's do the next story called The Crow and the Pitcher. It's on page 16, okay? This is a fable, all right? Now, once again, it's a retelling of an Aesop fable, just like our first one. There's no author. It's been handed down hundreds of years, the same story. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Remember, answering questions by using the text that we've read. This is so that we know that we have an understanding of what we've read. So let's begin. And once again, you can sit back and read with me. Okay, just follow along, put your finger under the words, and let's read it together, okay? The Crow and the Pitcher. A crow was faint with thirst. He was so thirsty that he was too weak to fly. The country road was so dusty, and his beautiful black feathers had turned gray. The dust got in his throat, making his need for water even greater. As he passed a small farmhouse, the crow could not believe what he saw. On the front porch stood a tall clay pitcher. It was the kind used to hold water. The crow ran to it with delight. But when he reached it, it was his joy turned to grief. The pitcher contained only a little water. He could not reach the water with his beak. If he turned the pitcher over, the water would run out. If he broke the pitcher, he would also lose the water. He had to have that water. He thought and thought until his head hurt. In despair, he looked around at the pebbly ground. Pebbles! He picked up a few in his beak and he dropped them in the pitcher. Again and again he did this. Soon the water level started to rise. At last the water was high enough that the crow could reach it. The pebbles and his own brain power had saved the crow's life. Now let's look at 6. Here's the moral of the story. This is what the story is telling us. Necessity is the mother of invention. In other words, having a problem gives you a good reason to work hard towards a solution. So, the necessity is the mother of invention. So basically what that means, necessity means it's needed. It's not something you want. It is a need. It's needed to survive, to do something. You have to have it. It's not something because you want it. It's not like a Christmas present. Those are all wants and wishes and dreams. Necessity is a need, like food, water, things that we need, shelter. These are things that we need to survive. And when you have a problem, that's a need. Trust me, your brain, you will think and you will come up with a solution. And that's the moral of the story. You just work hard and you think and you puzzle, and eventually you'll come up with the answer to your problem. So now here are your words for this story. Despair, grief, and invention. So those 3 words, you need to get your composition book and you need to put today's date and then write those 3 words and go to your glossary in the back of your English language arts book and write the definitions down for me, okay guys? Now, let's do our cite evidence. Let's see how much we understand the text that we read. A. Circle words in paragraphs 1 and 2 that tell where this fable happens. So right now, I want you to pause the video, and then I want you to look at paragraphs 1 and 2, and I want you to circle words that tell where this fable happened. Okay? Pause it now and do it, and then press play when you're ready to begin. Okay, you're back. So if you looked at paragraph 1, you were going to look at the 1, 2, in the 3rd sentence at the beginning. Country road. The country road was dusty, was so dusty. So, we were on a country road. That's where the crow was. So I hope you circled country road. If not, go and circle it now. Let's look down at paragraph 2. In that first sentence, it says, as he passed a small farmhouse. Circle small farmhouse. Keep reading. The crow could not believe what he saw on the front porch. That's right. Circle front porch for me, okay, guys? Good job. All right. Let's look at B. Why was it difficult to get water from the pitcher? Underline the evidence from the text in your answer. So, I'll give you a hint. It's going to be in paragraph 3. So, pause it now. Look at paragraph 3 and underline the evidence that lets you know that it was difficult to get water from the pitcher. Pause now. Are we back? Okay. It says he could not reach the water with his beak. If he turned the pitcher over, the water would run out. So first of all, he couldn't reach it because of his beak, right? And then he couldn't knock it over because then the water would run out. Okay? You can underline that. You could continue and also underline if he broke the pitcher, he would also lose. So he couldn't break it either. So he couldn't turn the pitcher over because the water would go out. He couldn't break it because he'd still lose the water. So those are the things that let you know that it was difficult to get water from the pitcher. Now, what I would like for you to do for homework tonight is I would like for you to take the 3 vocabulary words, despair, grief, and invention. And I would like for you to use these words in a sentence. I want you to use the words in a sentence that's not related to the fable, okay? You don't have to use it with the fable. You could just write a sentence using the word despair, using the word grief, and using the word invention. Then you need to do the comprehension check for me. 1, 2, and 3. All right? So take the 3 vocabulary words and give me 3 sentences using the words. Use a word in a sentence each, and then do your comprehension check. And that's your homework for tonight. Okay, guys? All right. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, guys.